In the remote corners of the Tibetan plateau, there stands a mountain that has inspired both reverence and fear for centuries, Mount Kailash. To many, it is not just a physical landmark, but a sacred threshold, a doorway to heaven itself. But is it truly just a mountain? Or is it something much more, a portal between our world and realms beyond? The ancient Skanda Purana speaks of a place where the divine and the earthly collide, a place where the physical and spiritual worlds merge. Mount Kailash is said to be the home of Lord Shiva, the god of destruction and creation. And for those who approach it with a pure heart, it is believed to offer a direct connection to the heavens themselves. But if that's true, then what are we really looking at when we stand before this monumental peak? Every year, thousands of pilgrims trek around its base following the sacred path known as the Kora. For them, Kailash is not just a mountain. It is the embodiment of the divine. Their belief is simple. By walking around the base, they are aligning themselves with the cosmic energy of the mountain, bridging the gap between the earthly realm and the heavens above. But as they walk, something more profound stirs in the air, something that has baffled explorers, scientists, and spiritual seekers alike. At first glance, Mount Kailash is a majestic, imposing figure. But the more one studies it, the more its peculiar shape seems to tell a different story. Unlike the rough and irregular peaks of the Himalayas, Kailash stands with a striking precision. Its sharp, pyramid-like edges align perfectly with the cardinal directions. In fact, Kailash's shape is so precise that some believe it isn't just a natural mountain, but a carefully crafted structure, a massive pyramid designed to channel energy, and possibly to act as a doorway to other worlds. Consider the Great Pyramids of Egypt and the mysterious structures of Mesoamerica, each a marvel of ancient engineering, aligned with celestial bodies and intended to interact with cosmic forces. Kailash shares a similar aura. Its symmetrical shape, with 4 perfect faces, suggests a deliberate construction, not random geological processes. Is it possible that this is a structure designed to interact with higher realms? A colossal bridge between earth and the heavens? For Hindus, Kailash is not just a place. It is the sacred home of Lord Shiva, the god of destruction and transformation. But in the spiritual traditions of Tibet and beyond, it is seen as something even greater, a point where the divine presence touches the physical world. Many pilgrims speak of feeling a powerful energy, a connection to the heavens, when they approach Kailash. For them, it is as though the mountain itself acts as a conduit, a channel that links the material realm to the divine realm. Those who have come into close proximity to Kailash report an overwhelming sense of awe and peace, like they are standing on the very threshold of heaven itself. Some speak of feeling as though they were being watched, guided by an unseen force. Others claim to have vivid dreams and visions during their time at the base of Kailash, visions of gods, celestial beings, and distant realms, suggesting that the mountain might be a gateway to spiritual enlightenment and otherworldly realms. Is it possible that the divine energy reported by pilgrims could have a scientific explanation? Recent studies have suggested that Mount Kailash sits atop a powerful geomagnetic vortex, an area with intense magnetic fields that seem to distort time and space. Could this natural phenomenon play a role in the reported spiritual experiences? Some believe that Kailash's unique energy fields may act as a kind of cosmic amplifier, enhancing spiritual consciousness and opening pathways to the divine. Imagine standing at the foot of a mountain that somehow amplifies your thoughts and emotions, where the physical world fades away, and the boundaries between our reality and the spiritual plane begin to blur. This is what some believe happens at Kailash. And if it is indeed a geomagnetic vortex, it raises the question, could Kailash be a natural portal, a passageway to higher dimensions or even heaven itself? Perhaps the most peculiar reports come from those who claim to have experienced time distortions near Kailash. Pilgrims have described their hair growing at an unnatural rate, while others report losing track of time altogether. Days blending into hours, hours stretching into weeks. Could these reports be the result of Kailash's geomagnetic properties? Or could they be something much more extraordinary? A sign that Kailash is not just a mountain, but a gateway between the earthly realm and higher celestial realms. Some say that time operates differently around Kailash, almost as though it exists outside the normal constraints of the physical world. Could this time distortion be a signal that Kailash is, in fact, a doorway? A cosmic threshold between our world and another? A place where time, space, and reality bend, opening the way to realms beyond our comprehension? The mystery of Kailash deepens further when we consider the fact that no human has ever reached its summit, not because it is impossible, but because it is forbidden. For centuries, it has been considered too sacred to climb. The Tibetans believe that anyone who attempts to reach the peak will incur divine wrath. Perhaps this is the mountain's final warning, that its summit is not meant for earthly feet. Perhaps it is a threshold that should not be crossed, a doorway to heaven that must remain untouched, protected from the profane. To some, this is a symbol of reverence, a recognition that some places, some realms are not meant for human conquest. Mount Kailash stands not only as a sacred site, but as a divine barrier, a place where humanity's reach must stop, lest we disturb the balance between the earthly and the divine. Mount Kailash is far more than a geographical wonder. It is a living mystery, a sacred monument to the divine, and perhaps a doorway to realms beyond our comprehension. Whether it is a man-made pyramid, a geomagnetic vortex, or a divine threshold, one thing is certain. Mount Kailash stands as a living testament to the belief that the heavens and the earth are not so far apart. For now, the mountain keeps its secrets close, hidden from those who would seek to unravel them. But for those who come with an open heart, Mount Kailash remains a place where the veil between worlds is thin, and where the journey toward the divine begins. Do you believe Mount Kailash is a gateway to the heavens? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe, and join us as we continue to explore the greatest mysteries of our world, where the lines between the physical and the spiritual blur.